I think it's important to just really express my gratitude to the people of Idaho who had been searching for Tylee and JJ, who sacrificed time from their own families, from their own lives, to look for two children that were missing and that needed to be found.
That's April Raymond, a friend, or perhaps at this point former friend of Lori Vallow Daybell. They met and spent a lot of time together down in Hawaii. There she was at one of the vigils held over the weekend for Tylee and JJ. So Chanley Painter had an opportunity to speak with her, and then also spoke with Alexi Law. This is a friend of Tylee's, and it's an interview that I think shows us something or takes us to a place where we haven't been yet in this story, getting to know a little bit more about Tylee. And let's take a listen.
I lived in Hawaii from 12 to 15, which was the same years Tylee lived there. She moved there a couple months before I did, and she moved a couple months after I did. But yeah, we were best friends out there. We met through the LDS church. We were in Young Women's together, and then I moved to a different house out there, and it was like 5 houses down from her house. And so, like, we would do everything together. We would go on hikes. We went to a school called Kanui Kapono out there, and it was a charter school. And so we went out there and we learned how to hula together, and we learned how to, like, speak Hawaiian, and we, like, learned how to sing mele, which is just singing in Hawaiian. But we did performances together, spent our Christmases and Halloweens and stuff together. And we would go on hikes. I made this little shirt with a bunch of pictures on it. This is us on Halloween one year, and then that's Christmas. This, we were learning how to surf, and that was our favorite hike to go on. It was called Queen's Bath, and we would hike down there, and then there was just like water, and there were all these like pools and stuff. And then this was for my birthday. We took photos of us for my birthday, and we had like matching dresses and stuff. And then this, we went to the south side of the island, and there was a giant pineapple, so we just took a picture in front of it. And this was when we went on a bike ride, and we stopped at the pier and took pictures.
Great picture.
And
Forever in my heart.
yeah. And I did it in purple because purple is Tylee's favorite color, and then blue was JJ's. They were just really sweet, and like I was really depressed all the time, and I'd call Tylee and I'd be like, yo, I need help. She'd be like, come over, and we would always eat cookies and like watch The Office together. We would hang out and tell each other everything. And Tylee's mom, Lori, was my mom's best friend out there, and they would do everything together, and it would be the 4 of us going on hikes and like runs and bike rides and walks and everything on the golf course. It's just hard to see that they're gone. I shouldn't have been in that situation. They are better and they're okay now, but I also know that they shouldn't be gone, and they should still be here. And I appreciate everyone for coming out and supporting everyone and the community here, and just like coming out and being able to like focus on them, because times are really hard right now, and I feel like they really needed to be heard and they needed to be listened to. And I feel like tonight really helped, and they were there to be listened to.
It must have been really tough over the last several months, not knowing.
I didn't really like know where they were the day I found out Tylee went missing. It was like a couple days after she texted me, and she was like, hey, I love you. I was like, I love you too. And then like I never heard from her again. And I was like, oh, well, maybe she's just in a bad place. And I heard it on the news, and my mom told me, and I was like, they'll be okay, it's okay. And it never really like hit me until a couple of days ago when my mom told me that people had found their bodies. And so I'm just like barely starting to deal with it, when my mom's been dealing with it for months, and I just have been like pushing it off and not wanting to deal with it because I didn't want to believe anything would like really happen to them. because JJ loved Tylee and Tylee loved JJ, and JJ was Tylee's entire world. And she did everything with him, and she took care of him when her mom wasn't home. She would watch him. We would take him to the beach and we'd go swimming with him. And it's just hard to see that they're gone, but I know that they are loved and they're forever in my heart.
Yeah, and what's it like? You knew Lori as well. What's it like to know that she's been charged and could possibly be charged in this?
She was like my second mom, and I saw her as like a parent figure to me. Like when I had a really rough time and I didn't feel like I could talk to my mom, I'd go talk to Lori, and Lori would talk to my mom for me. And like I told Lori everything, and I told Tylee everything, and they were really close too. And Tylee told my mom everything and me everything. And then like to see how much it's like changed and how Lori ended up the way that she is, and it's like just not in her right mind. I definitely believe Lori was there, but I don't think she did it personally. I don't think it was just her. I think that she was there, and I think that she was in pain when it was happening, but she also let it happen.
Incredibly revealing interview, taking you inside the world of Tylee. And understand, she was a very normal teenager and was doing very normal things, had a normal relationship, maybe even a good relationship with her mother, from the way Alex is describing it there. I mean, that's the kind of relationship you want, that you can tell your mom anything, your mom has a best friend and your best friend, and you can talk to your friend's mom and your friend can talk to your mom. Everything seems so normal. To be where we are now just still does not make sense. And that's one of my questions tonight. 13th Jury, you can go on my Facebook page, Court TV, Vinnie Politan, Court TV, asking about what you think happened here. Because to me, that is a big question. What happened and why did it happen? We're going to talk about that later in the show.